In 2001, national-level NASCAR racing returned to Nashville when the 1.33-mile Nashville Super Speedway opened and played host to what are now known as the Xfinity and Camping World Truck Series for the first time. Over its first decade, the track became a staple of the schedule for both series, expanding each to 2 events, while also adding IndyCar racing for the first 8 years of its existence. However, without a NASCAR Cup Series date on its calendar, 2011 proved to be the track's final season, and it would shut down after choosing not to seek NASCAR sanction in 2012. How times have changed. For 2020, in June 2020, NASCAR awarded Nashville Super Speedway a Cup Series date for 2021, effectively bringing the track back to life. For the first time, the track hosted all 3 national NASCAR series in June of 21. Like Dover Motor Speedway, Nashville features a concrete racing surface that will present a unique challenge to many real-world racing stars who will take it on for the first time. But tonight, we're in the sim world. It's a Superior Class Auto Racing Premier Series, and it's coming up next on HBR TV. Practice complete, qualifying underway. A couple drivers already locking in times. Cody Harger, top of the board, 30.27 seconds around Nashville Super Speedway. Drew Blaze, second quick, a half-tenth off. Unable to top Cody Harger's time. Chris Goins crosses the stripe. Second lap, 30.502 for Goins, 7th quick. Meanwhile, Brandon Mefford, surprise, surprise, goes P1, 30.23 seconds. Mefford on the provisional pole. Cody Harger outside front row. Jamie Kerr, 10th quick on his first lap, a 30.56. Lap 2, a 52, a little bit faster, not so much better on the starting position, still 11th quick for Kerr. Ryan Rose, lap number 1, 6th fast, 30.426. Ryan Rose crosses the stripe, does not pick up on lap number 2. Mark Truxell looks to be the final truck to take a time. First lap, a 30.44, 8th fast for the 5. .43, just about an identical lap the second time round for Mark Truxell. 7th fast on the board he goes. That's going to about wrap it up. 5-minute session. We're just about 40 seconds away from calling it official. Currently, it's Brandon Mefford, Neil Quick, Cody Harger, Drew Blaze, Vince Short. That's your top 5. Well, we're waiting for qualifying to wrap up. The race information tonight. Nashville Super Speedway, 94 laps, 125 miles. Stage break at lap 68. Drivers do have 2 sets of tires to use over the wall and a 59% fuel load to work with. We'll see if that comes into play in that first stage as far as a green flag stop is concerned. Qualifying is official, though. Let's go down, get our starting grid. Nashville Super Speedway. On the pole position, it is the 83 of Brandon Mefford of Falcon Motorsports. To his outside, it is the 2 of Neil Quick. Starting in the second row, the 66 of Cody Harger. Sporting a new paint scheme with black acid custom racing apparel on board. Drew Blaze is going to roll off to his outside from the 4th position. Vincent Short, he's going to start from 5th with Track Bar Media on board, as well as HBR teammate Brian Rose. He'll start from the 6th position. Mark Truxell rolls off 7th with Austin Purnell starting in the 8th position. The 3 of Tom Ridgway starts 9th. Chris Goins with LSR. Lone Star Racing starts 10th. Mike Fahey, another LSR teammate, starts 11th, the number 19. Thomas McMullen in the 0-2. He's going to start from the 12th position with Jamie Kerr, the number 75 HBR TV entry, also with some Black Acid custom racing apparel on board that Silverado. Rob Hattenbach starts 14th, the number 99, and Carson Conway, the 72 Country Designs Toyota Tundra. He'll start 15th. Keaton Burnett, also an LSR driver, winner at Bristol Dirt, starting 16th. 17th starting position goes to Cook Quick in the number 23. Zach the Skillet Millet starts 18th. Bill Petroff in the 57 starts 19th, and Eddie Rose, shotgun on the field, starting 20th. Your starting grid here from Nashville Super Speedway, the Music City Melee 125. Field just getting ready to roll out on its first of, well, it's only one pace lap, so we'll be under the green flag as soon as we come back around. I think we're waiting on one or two more drivers maybe to get gridded up into the session. Do have a handful of drivers, 2 or 3 actually to be exact. They're going to start from the pit lane. Long and short of it, we had a little snafu last week with the allotted tires. The Silverado was only given 2 sets, which was the design. But the other trucks, the F-150 and the Tundra, had unlimited. Some drivers taking extra tires. Those 2 drivers, Drew Blaze, Chris Gones. Also, you'll see the 66 of Cody Harger. He's going to take the same penalty for, well, inadvertently causing that issue. He's the one that loaded the session, so he's going to fall on the sword with those guys to kind of show some solidarity in that. So that explains why the 66 is starting from the pits. Zach Millett also going to get an EOL here to start the race for the rest of the season. Eddie Rose, Will George not here tonight. Eddie Rose is. He's going to get that EOL as well. Pace car peels off, hits pit lane.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air. Brendan Mefford in the throttle. Neil Quick just to the outside for a moment. Mefford slides up to block the run into turn 1. Better arc down into the corner. Vincent Short up to P2, at least the nose out into P2 as they get off of turn number 2. Brandon Mefford still at the front of the field, but hot and heavy behind the 15. Vincent Short putting the pressure on. Mark Truxell as well, quickly up into the 3rd spot. Working on the 2 of Neil Quick. Tom Ridgway in the 3. Brian Rose, the 89, on the top side there, the blue and white truck. Neil Quick's not going to go 3 wide here, is he? Maybe. He's looking up the middle. Everybody gives him some space, but he's going to tuck in behind Vince Short. Off 2, down the back straightaway they go. Mefford still with the lead. Vincent Short taking a look to the inside, turn number 3. Side by side with Mefford for the top spot as they work off the end of lap number 3. Vincent Short, new leader as they cross the stripe. Lap 4 goes up on the board. Brandon Mefford looking back to the inside again, going to try and retake this position. Neil Quick down to the bottom. This is a track we've talked to a lot of the drivers pre-race about how it's going to chew up tires. Going to be a really strong game of who can save those Goodyears the longest. Again, only 2 sets over the wall for everybody here tonight. Got to make them last. It's only 94 laps, but if you just do it in the wrong time frame, you get a caution early on in this stage. Some guys might be tempted to see Mark Truxell's in the fence off turn 4. Incidental contact, nothing significant, but it's going to slow the momentum of that number 5 machine. Back up front, Neil Quick looking below the 83 of Mefford off turn number 2. Now Neil Quick looking for the top spot. Vincent Short has it. Quick's trying to take it away. Quick crosses to stripe as the leader by a nose. See if he can complete the pass in turns 1 and 2. He dives to the bottom. Vince goes high. Mefford's going to take the second spot away as well. I'm going to go out on a limb here looking at the stream chat, and I think Jonathan Arnn is cheering on Mike Fahey. Got 3 Let's Go Faheys plus 19 for the win up here. Jonathan, thanks for watching, man, and keep on cheering on. Top 2 now, Neil Quick, Brandon Mefford. 3rd through 5th, Ridgway, Short, and Rose. Further back through the field, Cody Harger started tail of the field. Not so much tail of the field, but in the pit lane on the initial start. And Cody Harger sporting some new colors, the Black Acid Custom Racing Apparel Machine. New sponsor in here with the league. Certainly appreciate their support and participation. Speaking of Black Acid, the 57 of Bill Petrov. I think I'm saying that right. Brand new to the series. Also happens to be the owner of Black Acid Custom Apparel. Wanted to try his hand here at the Superior Class Auto Racing Premier Series as well. By all means, we're open to new guys, and Figure says he's sponsoring a series. We might as well let him here and turn some laps, and so far so good. He's up 3 spots since the drop of the green flag. Started 19th, currently in the 16th position. Out front, Neil Quick starting to stretch it out a bit, about 8 to 10 car lengths between himself and Brandon Mefford. Top 5 pretty evenly spread out, 1st to 5th. Vincent Short has slid back to the 6th position. Bit of a gaggle in behind these guys. Zach Millett with the EOL at the start, and he's worked his way all the way up into the 9th, now 8th position as he's got a nose out in front of Mark Truxell. Truxell's been sliding back since that contact with the outside wall off of 4 just a few laps ago. Keaton Burnett behind Zach Millett. Keaton Burnett's been an on-again, off-again driver here in the SCAR Series. He can't make them all the time, but when he is here, he's certainly someone to contend with. Of course, does have 1 win at Bristol Dirt earlier on in the season. Oh, Mark Truxell got a piece of the wall again there. The right side looks pretty clean. If he didn't hit it, it was awfully close. Truxell trying to stay ahead of the 0-2 with Thomas McMullen. Take a look at Drew Blaze. Was super fast in the practice session early on. Had to start in the pit lane with Cody Harger and Chris Goins. Blaze and Goins 19th and 20th respectively on the racetrack right now. Got to imagine this is going to be the long game for both these Lone Star Racing drivers. Going to try and save the tires, get as much life out of them as you can while staying on the lead lap. We're 13 laps in here from Nashville Super Speedway. Got a ways to go. Lap 68 will be our stage break. Chris Goins in that eye-lending F-150. Chris Goins even sporting the Black Acid colors on the brow of the front windshield. Nice to see. Change for position up near the front. Tom Ridgway, Rob Hattenback going back and forth. Top three starting to get away from the rest of the field. All three drivers up in that top three, about 4 to 6 car lengths, truck lengths that is, between the three of them. About 4 back to Mefford, 6 back to Ridgeway. Zach Millett already up into the 6th position after starting from the rear, up 12 spots. Millett with 4 wins on the season, more than any other driver thus far. Rockingham, Circuit of the Americas, Iowa, and last week at New Hampshire. Don't know if he really wants to get 5 wins here. 5 wins comes with a pretty significant penalty. I believe he loses 1 set of tires for the duration of the season, if that is the case. I gotta look into that. Of course, he's got to do it first, but looking good so far. He's up into the top 5 now as he goes by Brian Rose. That is now 13 positions further towards the front for Zach Millett. The next closest, Rob Hatton, back in 4th. He's up 10 spots, so some big movers here early on, only 18 laps in. Relatively clean start to the race. Good to see. Hattenback drives it way deep into turns 3 and 4, but that's going to give the exit to Zach Millett. Millett's starting to close it down as they drive off turn 4. Millett to the inside in turn number 1, going to go for the 4th spot. Side by side off turn number 2. Blistering pace some of these drivers are laying down this early on. I'd be curious to see how long they're going to be able to keep this type of speed up with those tires underneath them. Again, a lot of the drivers we spoke with pre-race did mention that they were going to have an issue here tonight. This is going to be the hardest race on tires they've run all season long. These guys that are out front, out here quickly, especially Zach Millett, going from the back to the front as quickly as he has. You just got to wonder how much abuse those Goodyear Eagles have taken. Back in the 11th position, Carson Conway working on the tailgate of Mark Truxell into turn 3, drives it to the bottom. Truxell stays up in the mid lane. Carson slides up half a lane. Not quite enough to get to the door of the 5. They cross the stripe here after lap 22. Carson trying to drive that truck into the top 10. He's up 4 spots already. Having a good afternoon so far. Change of position here. Vince Short going by Cook quick. Vince has lost a lot of ground since the start of the race. Down 9 positions. Kind of what we're talking about here with tire strategy. He was awfully aggressive on the outset of the race. First 2 or 3 laps. Jumped right to the front. Took the lead. Didn't hold it for very long. But since then, it's been a free fall. This might be a matter of kind of caught up with himself and realized, you know what, I got to save some tire here. Let's slow things down. As long as we stay in the lead lap here all the way to the stage, it's not going to matter as much. He's going to have a lot of ground to make up there if he waits till then to drop the hammer and go. But if he manages to save the tire, takes the set only at the break, it leaves him with an extra set if we get a caution there in that final stage. But a lot of these guys are using this time, see how everybody is racing, see what's going on, how aggressive guys are or aren't. We might run this last stage all the way to the end without a caution. So far, we've run 25 laps under the green flag, with the caution coming out at lap 68. We go to 94 to settle it. We've almost gone the length of our final stage of the day. Maybe they don't want to save that extra set of tires. Maybe they do want to take some if they make this pit stop under the green flag. It's certainly going to be fun to watch, interesting to see who does what. Lap times are going to be much faster on fresh rubber, but you spend a whole lot less time in the pits without changing tires. We're going to have to see what everybody does. Right now, top time of the day, it's got 30.67. No, that's a 30.33 out of Cody Harger. Right now, fastest lap of the day is Cody Harger, 30.33. His last lap was a full second and a half plus slower than that. Gives you an indication of what tire degradation does. Certainly slows things down, makes these trucks a lot harder to keep a handle. See, Drew Blaze takes the spot from Vince Short. Now move Vince back to P15. Curious what's going on with Jamie Kerr. This could be strategy. He does have some right side damage on an HBR TV Silverado. Then again, you got to wonder, is it just tire strategy? Is he trying to save an extra set? It's hard to predict the future. You may get that late caution. You might not. 20 truck field, though. If you go to the back, if you're one of maybe 5 guys to take tires, do you have enough to get back to the front? Do this one for Jonathan Arnn. Take a look at Mike Fahey here, the number 19 machine. New colors again on the 19 truck. Fahey looking to the inside to keep Burnett, the number 26. We're going to step aside here, take a quick break, go side by side. You won't miss a minute of the action. Stay with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Nashville Super Speedway. Superior Class Auto Racing Premier Series. Music City Melee 125, lap 34 complete. Neil Quick still out front. Second, Brandon Mefford. Zach Millett now up to the 3rd spot already. Pit stops just about to get underway here as actually we see Neil Quick and Brandon Mefford both peel off the racetrack. Top 2 in for their first scheduled stop. That's going to yield the top spot to Zach Millett. This is ones to watch here. We got other drivers as well. Cody Harger, Jamie Kerr, Eddie Rose, Chris Gones. Right side's going in the air for Neil Quick, so definitely at least a 2-tire stop. Jack is down, crew around to the left side. Sunoco Racing Fuel going in. Left side's go in the air. 4 tires and fuel for the WR1 Sim chassis machine of Neil Quick. Mefford also down in a wheel. Quick is going to beat 83 of Mefford out of the pit lane as well. Zach Millett and Brian Rose also in the pit lane. Looks like everybody else down pit road. Right sides for Zach Millett, so they're not messing around. They're going to take these 2 sets here. Now the question is, are they going to take that final set at the stage? I kind of assumed that they will, but either way, see if everybody minded their P's and Q's down pit lane, got away with it without any penalties. Drew Blaze has inherited the top spot now. He has yet to pit, or has he? Has not pit just yet. So Drew Blaze out in front. Vincent Short now up to P2. Drew Blaze slides it off turn number 4. Good entry as long as he can get her woed down. As long as he made pit road speed, he's going to gain some ground on that pit entry. Was just perfect for Mike Fahey's race wrap. Well, okay. It's Fahey's paint shop. It's Lone Star Racing number 1 at Drew Blaze. So a big old Fahey on the side with Naked HD setup shop as well. Oh, a little short there. Got on the brakes a little bit too early. Gets in the box clean, though. Right side's also going up for Drew Blaze. Fahey race wraps. Blaze down and away. Good stop. So that's going to cycle Mefford and Quick back to the lead. Mefford now up front. Quick second. Zach Millett back to P3. Zach Millett running some laps here. His best lap so far, 30.44 seconds. Mefford and Quick, 30.93. Quick, a 30.80. Still fastest lap of the day, run by the 66 of Cody Harger, who currently runs in the 12th spot. Not a bad recovery, though. Up into the top 12 after starting from pit lane. Self-imposed penalty. Got Mike Fahey looking to the bottom. This is for position. Fahey, the number 19 EcoBoost Ford F-150 behind the 66. Little right side damage to Cody Harger. Zach Millett going for the second spot. Neil Quick up top. Millett down to the bottom. That S4 guy on the charge up to P2. He's up 16 spots since the drop of the green flag. He is on a mission here tonight. I know we want everybody to give 110%, but Zach Millett, I think he's in the perfect position here. Just run this thing out, finish second, maybe win the stage. 5 wins on the season if he gets there. I don't know if he's really going to be pleased with losing a set of tires. Doable. We've seen guys handle it in the past years. Last season, we had Bobby Hamilton Jr., David Bradford, those guys all dealing with tire penalties in some form or another, having to run the race with one less set. Many cases, guys like David Bradford were able to finish it and still have an extra set over the wall, even though they were penalized a set to start the race. So some guys can just get it done. Maybe Zach Millett's not worried about it. The time I've known Zach, he's always been fast. He's not been much of a tire strategist. However, we talked earlier in the broadcast, this place is going to chew up some tires. It's going to be tough on those good years, but so far it really hasn't presented itself, at least not to these top 5 drivers. Mefford, Millett, Quick, especially Millett. Again, starting at the tail of the field, worked his way up into the second spot. We have not had a caution to get him caught up. This has all been on pace alone. Mefford just running a pace. He's trying to stay out in front of Millett, but Millett's about a tenth of a second a lap faster right now. Zach Millett is there. It's a tenth and a half, maybe 2 tenths as they get into turns 3 and 4. Millett real strong in the middle of 1 and 2. We'll see how this lap traffic affects things here with Mefford. Mefford catching the 88 of Eddie Rose. Oh, contact with the 88. Catches the leader off guard. Brandon Mefford in the wall.
There's a driver there, homie.
Eddie Rose collecting the leader, Brandon Mefford, here. Lap 47 under our first caution for cause. Let's take a moment here, take a quick look, see exactly what happened. We were riding on board with Zach Millett at the time. Let's see it from another angle. Crossing the stripe here, Eddie Rose going a lap down, the 88 truck up high. Mefford down to the bottom, the red and white machine slides up. Kind of expected Eddie to be a little bit higher in the groove there. He had room to the right side, but Mefford comes up, collects the 88 while leading. Not good. Mefford's going to make the left turn down pit lane. Some driver's going to chase. Brian Rose, one of them. Everybody else stays out. Don't know if Rose got a piece of the action on that one or if he's just trying to get some damage fixed, but nonetheless, nobody else really taking the bait. A few guys in the back of the pack, Harger, Gones, Petrov, Kerr, Cook, Quick, Vincent Short, they opt for pit road. Again, no fast repairs here in the Premier Series, so whatever you can get fixed under caution is what you're going to be left with when we go back to the green flag. Not taking tires here is Mefford. He's still trying to think ahead here long term. If he can keep this thing fixed, get it a little bit straighter, a little bit faster out there, make it to the stage caution without losing a lap, get some more repairs done, just might be able to get this truck salvaged and fixed to at least make it competitive enough to get back up into that top 5, possibly challenge for a top 3 finish. Tough break. But we're going to step aside here for a quick break. Speaking of breaks. And we'll be back after this. Stay with us, folks. As we saw at the end of that caution, Brandon Mefford making contact with the 88 of Eddie Rose. Rose about to go a lap down. Didn't make any brash movements, but had some room to the right side. It seemed like Mefford kind of expected him to roll out a little bit further to the right. It didn't happen. They both made contact, and into the wall went the 83. Checking the stream chat here. Big Blue, Kevin Blue in the stream chat. What's up, bro? What's going on, Kevin? Thanks for saying hello. Kevin runs the Lone Star Racing Sports Car Series. You can watch those broadcasts here on HBR TV on Monday evenings at 8:30 in the p.m. Eastern time, that is. Tonight we got the Spirit Class Auto Racing Premier Series presented by Black Acid Custom Apparel. As we get ready to go back under the green flag here, it'll be lap 52. Still a ways out from our lap 68 stage break. Pace cars down, waiting on the green flag.
Green flag.
Millett waiting to the very end of the Geico restart zone. He's in the throttle. We're back underway. Zach Millett shot out of a cannon there on that first lap after the restart. 6 to 8 truck lengths back to second place, the 2 of Neil Quick. Zach Millett in his own zip code already off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Neil Quick's got Tom Ridgway to the back door and Thomas McMullen up into the 4th position as well. Getting a report, Carson Conway having some audio-related issues. The radio in that machine not working. No input or output. Tough break for Carson Conway. He's got a long ways to go as we go 3 wide off turn number 4. Drew Blaze up the gut. Carson Conway down to the bottom. Mark Truxell up topside. Who is going to lift into turn number 1? Oh, almost contact between the 72 and Blaze. Carson Conway not willing to give the inch away. Drew Blaze had to earn it, and it almost cost him. Mark Truxell making a move to the inside here. He's going to try and take the spot back, but Blaze defends well, tucks in behind the 26. A little bit of contact made as they get jumbled up a bit. Hattenback had to check up. Keaton Burnett had to check up, and Drew Blaze gets into the back of the 26 just a touch. Enough to do some damage. We got trouble. Carson Conway and Mark Truxell around. Truxell up on the side of the truck. Doesn't fully go over, but caution on the speedway once again. Gotta wonder if that had something to do with the audio issues that Carson Conway was having. We talked about it just a couple of laps ago. He had no input or output. No microphone, no headphone, just silence. It's happened to me. It's happened to Cody Harger. It's happened to others as well. But tough break. Serious damage to the 5 of Mark Truxell. Carson Conway, a little bit of damage for sure, but not quite as bad as the 5. Let's try and go back, get a look at it, see exactly what happened here between the 72 of Carson Conway. Truxell does get up on the lid. Let's see if we can get a better look at it. We'll go on board with Carson Conway here. Got it slowed way down. So we're on the roof cam of Carson Conway. You got Mark Truxell just to the left. Looks like Truxell does come up just a bit. Conway in pit lane as well. Zach Millett still up front. This is really just playing to Millett's hand here. Laps under caution. Yeah, it saves fuel, but it also saves the tires. He was at a blistering pace. Was really starting to walk away from Neil Quick there. We're going to step aside again for a real short break. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Nashville Super Speedway, the Superior Class Auto Racing Premier Series, presented by Black Acid Custom Racing Apparel. Pace car lights are off as we wrap up our second caution. Caution was for the 72 of Carson Conway and the 5 of Mark Truxell. Coming together, just exiting the dogleg tri-oval. I guess you call it the tri-oval here before they got into turn number 1. Truxell went for a ride on his lid. Both drivers make it to pit lane for repairs. I'm not sure if Truxell's made it back out just yet. He has not. Carson Conway has, however, returned to the Speedway. As we get ready to go back under the green flag. Pace car is down. Wait for the Geico restart zone to see when Millett fires. It was awfully late the last time. Let's see if he switches things up. In there now. He goes midway through this time. Gets a good jump on the 2 of Neil Quick. It's out and away. Quick stays up the top side. Zach Millett goes to the top side. Better entry into turn number 1. It's about 4 truck lengths back to second spot. Thomas McMullen made a move to the inside. Had to get out of the gas there to avoid contact with the 2. Millett still with a relatively strong lead. It's about half a second back to Neil Quick. And that gap is just getting bigger and bigger. 0.75, 3/4 second advantage for Zach Millett just 2 laps after the restart. Further back, though, Neil Quick still stays out in front of the 0-2 of Thomas McMullen. That is, again, for position. Quick has P2. McMullen is 3rd. Tom Ridgway is in the 4th position. And the 99 of Hattenbach runs 5th. Second biggest mover of the day, it's the 26 of Keaton Burnett. He's up 9 spots, battling with the 1 of Drew Blaze. Blaze has been on a mission since the drop of the green flag, starting in the pits as well. Slowly but surely worked his way up into the top 10. He currently runs in the 7th spot. For the moment, they're still battling with Keaton Burnett into turn 1. Brian Rose is going to jump into this mix. Is he going to go to the middle? Nope. He's going to wait it out. Maybe follow the 1 of Blaze. Blaze clears Keaton Burnett off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Brian Rose is going to try and take advantage as well. He's side by side with Burnett into 3. 32 Austin Purnell. He's tucking back in there as well. Maybe going to try and take the spot from the 26 also. Rose, very close call there. Cuts off the nose of the 26. Burnett going back to the outside. Maybe not. Tries to look low. Maybe side-by-side contact with Purnell. Mike Fahey in the mix as well. Both those drivers, Burnett and Fahey alike, Lone Star Racing entries. Close battle up here with Drew Blaze and Tom Ridgway. Ridgway trying to get a piece there, the 99 of Hattenbach. Meanwhile, he's got to watch the rearview mirror with Drew Blaze coming in a hurry. Blaze wrapping the bottom off 1 and 2. A little bit of nose damage to Drew Blaze machine. Does he get into the back of Ridgway? No, but it's close. Good run off the corner, down through the tri-oval again. Goes Blaze, trying to take the spot away from Ridgway. Blaze might have it here off of 2. He's got him clear mid-corner. Blaze, does he have the momentum to stay out in front? It appears he will. Drew Blaze now solidly into the top 5. Ridgway now back to 6th with Brian Rose breathing down his neck in the 7th spot. Rose had a bit of a run out of turn 2, down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Brian trying to wrap the bottom a little bit as well. It seems to be working for these guys. He gets some rotation out of the truck. Caution is on the speedway, though. That is going to be our stage, I believe. Yes, indeed. Zach Millett, your winner of stage 1, the only stage break we will get tonight. And if we can here, we'll try to get a word with our stage winner, Zach Millett, here post pit stops. We're not going to jump to him right away. Don't want to distract him. We've had some issues with that in the past where you go to a guy, you get him off his game, and all of a sudden he misses the pit box and he blames the broadcaster. In case anybody has noticed, it's just me in the booth here tonight. Eric Dotson unable to join us, having some inclement weather in his neck of the woods, and he's definitely in the woods. We miss you, Eric. Come back soon. Too bad you're not here in the broadcast, at least the stream chat. Say hello. We miss you. You got plenty of fans out there. I'm one of them. This broadcast certainly go a lot better when you got that second guy up in the booth. Gives me a minute to breathe, a minute to look at what I'm trying to do with cameras and everything else. And not to mention you had some pretty good analysis to every race that we have here, as he's certainly no stranger to being behind the wheel. Looks like everybody hitting pit road here. Bill Petroff does not. He stays out on the racetrack. Not sure if he's a lead lap truck. We'll have to look at that here in a minute. Millett into his box clean. 4-tire change for the 315. That S4 guy, Silverado. Millet down and away. 4 tires and fuel should be good to go to the end here. Currently have 24 laps to go. It'll probably be 22 to go when we go back to the green flag. Looks like Neil Quick's going to beat him out. Petrov stays on the racetrack again to lead the lap. Neil Quick's going to beat Zach Millet. So he's going to restart front row. Zach Millet looks like he's going to restart third. Let's try and pull Zach up into the booth here. Get a word with our Stage 1 winner. Zach, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got a copy? Zach Millet, Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got a copy? Zach Millet. Well, unfortunately, we're not making it all the way there. Don't know if I'm having a problem with my mic or if he's having a problem hearing us. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to chat with Zach Millet jumping into my channel here. Give me just a moment here. I got to double check something to make sure something didn't get reset. Interesting. Well, you guys are still hearing me in the broadcast, so that is a plus. It looks like my mic is not activating Discord right now, so we'll have to get that straightened out. In the meantime, got 23 laps to go. Looks like Zach Millet's going to have to drop to the tail here anyway. Bill Petrov is going to take the top spot for the moment. Lights are still lit on the pace car, so we've got another lap or so to go before we get back underway. Well, having some audio issues on our end as well. Obviously, the stream dropped out for a moment there, but we're back up and running. 21 laps to go. Green flag is in the air. Bill Petrov stayed out of the racetrack with the lead. Neil Quick's rolling up in the second position. Neil Quick with fresh tires. He's going to motor on by down the back straightaway and take the spot away. Leader with 20 laps to go. It's Neil Quick, but he better not look now. Drew Blaze in the rear view mirror. He's going to clear the 57 as well. Neil Quick still out in front. Big gap back to Drew Blaze in the second spot, but look now, Cody Harder up into the third position, Hattenbach still fourth. Brian Rose in the fifth position with a big gaggle of trucks in his rearview mirror. Neil Quick, though, setting sail, starting to walk away from the field here with 18 laps to go. Hattenback all over the tailgate of Cody Harger. Blaze, or did he just slide up, miss the corner, possibly Hattenback down to the bottom? Again, guys, having some audio issues on my end. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the interviews in because I don't think anybody can hear me outside of the stream. It seems like the more I mess with it, the more the visual quality suffers. So we'll just stick to the race for now. 14 laps to go. Neil Quick out in front. Drew Blaze has worked his way from pit lane starting position all the way up to P2. Battle for the third position between Harger and Hattenback still raging on, what's allowing Drew Blaze to get away. Hattenback right on the left rear of the 66 as they enter the corner. Hattenback drops it down low. Harger still in that middle line. Using that momentum off the corner by using that higher lane to kind of defend that position. Hattenback does seem to be a little bit faster, at least at this stage with 13 laps to go. But through all this battling, it's allowed Brian Rose and Austin Purnell to catch these two as well. This is where the battle is at. Hattenback has gotten around Cody Harger. Harger slips back to the 4th spot. Austin Purnell now closing in. Purnell up to P5. Zach Millett again starting from the tail end at that break. Moves himself into the 10th position. 11 laps to go. Don't know if he's got enough time to make his way back up towards the front. Quite a ways back. It's full 4.5 seconds for Millett, but he's also got plenty of traffic to contend with if he's going to get back up and chase down the leaders. Caution would make things a little different. Don't think anybody's got any tires left at this stage of the game, but didn't seem to matter for Millett. Old tires, new tires, he had the pace over everyone, but those wind penalties coming into play. Brian Rose. Tom Ridgway doing battle. That is for the 6th position. Rose on the bottom, Ridgway up top in that familiar looking number 3 truck. 9 laps to go. Neil Quick still out in front. Healthy advantage over Drew Blaze. Three wide. Brian Rose on the bottom, McMullen in the middle, and Ridgway up top. They get all the way through turn number 4 without incident. Zach Millett's trying to take advantage as well, following teammate Brian Rose on the bottom. They're still 3 wide off the tri-oval into turn number 1. Ridgway backs out of it, crosses back underneath Thomas McMullen. He's got Zach Millett to the left-hand side. And just like that, Thomas McMullen now having some connectivity issues up top. That makes it a whole different level of scary. Glad they weren't 3 wide when that was going on. 2 by 2 by 2. About to be 3 wide again here if they're not careful. Millett trying to find a way around McMullen and Rose at the same time. Less than 7 laps to go. He doesn't have time to mess around. He's got to get around these guys, work his way back towards the front. He's up to P7, and top 5 finish would be like a win given where he had to restart this race from. Less than 6 laps to go. Neil Quick holding on to that top spot over Drew Blaze. The deficit has grown and grown. It's 2.7 seconds back to the 1. Quick with 2 wins on the season so far, the Auto Club Speedway and Dover Motor Speedway, looking to add number 3 here this afternoon. Coming off turn number 4, he'll see 4 laps to go here from Nashville Super Speedway without a caution or a big mistake out of Neil Quick. This one could be his. Austin Purnell up into the 4th position. Made his way around the 66 of Cody Harger. Harger now last car in that top 5, but he's got Zach Millett breathing down his neck in P6. Millett goes to the bottom on Cody Harger here with less than 3 laps to go. Millett's going to take over the 5th position, move the 315 to the top 5 with 2 laps to go. Next on the hit list, it's Austin Purnell. 2 to go. I don't know if Zach's got enough time to catch him. He's certainly going to try like hell. Neil Quick, though, out in front. Big advantage still over Drew Blaze, who's had one whale of a race himself. Again, penalty had him starting from the pit lane tonight, which means he sits there in that pit box until the green flag waves and the field goes by, and then they can clear on out. He's worked his way all the way up into the 2nd position, now 3.1 seconds behind Neil Quick, but the white flag is out. Neil Quick for the final time into turn number 1. Handily going to win this as long as he can keep that thing underneath him for just a couple of more corners. The WR1 Sim chassis machine heads down the back straightaway for the final time. Neil Quick, nice and easy off turn number 4. He's going to win here at Nashville Super Speedway. Checkered flag. Neil Quick wins it. Drew Blaze is going to cross the stripe in P3, and Rob Hattenbach finishes. I'm sorry, Drew Blaze was P2. Rob Hattenbach P3. Austin Purnell P4. Zach Millett fights back. Finish after the EOL penalty put him to the back to start the stage. Neil Quick, your race winner here at Nashville Super Speedway. Again, typically we would jump to a commercial here, wait for our top 3 drivers to get into the broadcast booth, but I just can't do it. It's not working. I don't know what it is. I've gone in and out, multiple channels. I've reset audio. I've changed audio. I've talked to 2 other drivers tonight that had audio issues of their own. Not sure what exactly is going on, but unfortunately, it's gonna take us away from our interview. But we will try to talk to Neil Quick next week at his home track at Gateway. We are going to step aside here, take a short break. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Having some troubles with the mic, but we got special guest interviewer Brian Rose in the booth. We'll see if he can interview our top 3 finishers.
His mic's not working, so I guess I'm going.
Check, check. Check, check.
Steve. Hey, we're here with Neil Quick, winner of tonight, Nashville race. Sorry, Steve's having some technical problems real quick. Asked me if I'd jump over here and do the interviews so we at least get them done. Neil, you was top of the field all night long. I think you started on the pole. You spoke with me last night about tires falling off and stuff like that. Did you experience any of that? Was you trying to save, or was you pretty much just flat out and just quicked it all night long?
No, Brian, it's kind of like what we were talking about. I know Brandon qualified on the pole, and I was on the front row outside and got a good start, but really was just kind of rolling in and conserving. And after about 15 laps, 16 laps, as the tires started to wear, I started shifting basically in the corners down to third and coming out on fourth. But just trying to save the right front, and I felt the best thing that after about 15 to 18 laps right there with where the tires were, it was better just to shift.
Battle for the rest of the season, I hope.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's and you'll be the next one there, so.
Well, it's glad that you got the win. You was class of the field. Congratulations tonight, Neil. Is there anybody you got to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all you guys, Steve, Eric, yourself, everybody, Cody, that makes the league happen and the broadcast, all the sponsors. Awesome to have a new one jump on as a title sponsor to help us. But yeah, everybody that puts the league on, I'd like to thank them guys. And then, of course, my family for allowing me the time to do this. I know it takes a lot of time away from them sometimes, but them guys, and then, of course, the sponsors, WR1, Progressive Graphics, Track Bar Media, R&R Racewear, all those companies. But thank you guys, everybody. So appreciate it.
All right, that's Neil Quick, driver of the number 2 car. We'll see him next week. I think, where do we go next week? We're at Worldwide Technology Park. So that's going to be a fun one. We'll see you there. Next up, our second place finisher tonight, Drew Blaze. Man, always with a name like Blaze, I expect you to be running up front. I know I got behind you a couple times and just tried to keep pace with you. So you had to start in the back tonight from a penalty from last week. How was it coming up through the field?
It wasn't too bad. Just kind of by my time, and we had that long run. Just trying to really save the tires and make up the time that way. But got up about probably like halfway through the field before that caution came out right after our pit stops. It's just really trying to pace myself, and I know tires are important at this place. So
yeah, it was. We made those green flag pit stops, and then the yellow came out. I was thinking, my crew chief was thinking that we weren't going to have enough to make it to the end, so I came down and got some fuel, and he's fired. He's not going to be back with HBR anymore. So Neil mentioned something about shifting. That's how he was being able to wrap the corners and really accelerate out. Did you experiment with any of that throughout the week and tonight?
No, I really didn't. I mean, most of the practice I got was just the hour leading up to the race, and I didn't even think about shifting, but I did go on board with him after while you guys were figuring your stuff out. And I figured out he was shifting, and I didn't think of that. I didn't think there was, we were, slugging enough off the corner to shift. But
yeah, I thought about it.
Something to note.
Yeah, I made the comment earlier this week in practice that, it might be possible, but I never even thought about doing it. But anyway, great run tonight. You had to start in the pits, and you came all the way back. A couple cautions helped you out. got some stage points, I'm pretty sure. So all in all, good points night for you. Glad to see you coming out here and racing with us. Anybody that you got to thank tonight to help you get this done every week?
Oh yeah. Lone Star Racing, all my guys over there. Fahey's Race Reps, Fahey's Fun Factory, the Den Zones, Brian Romer, Mike Fahey, Justin Johnson, just all these guys. There's a lot of guys that kind of make this thing go for me. So shout out to all of them, and thank you guys for running on the broadcast. And y'all do.
All right, man. That's Drew Blaze, driver from over at Lone Star. HBR TV will be starting up the broadcast the Lone Star Series trucks on Thursday nights here at, I think, the 25th. Yes, so I'll be racing in that. So everybody come over and watch that on Thursday nights. But Drew, I appreciate your time. It was an awesome run. Good job tonight.
Thank you, sir.
And last but not least, no stranger to the top part of the field, Rob Hattenback. I felt like I was close or around you all night. Was there anything, a line that you preferred? Did you ever have to switch up a line, throughout the run? The tires was wearing out. I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, at the beginning, I kind of stayed towards the bottom. And then once the tires started wearing out a little bit, I made my way about middle track, maybe a truck and a half up off the bottom, and it seemed to work out pretty good. Definitely some good battles out there with you and with Cody, and man, I tried catching up to Drew there, but it wouldn't happen. I already burned up my tires there towards the end.
Yeah, same. It seemed like to me that whenever somebody, Neil, excluding Neil, he was just the class of the field tonight, but it seemed like to me once you could get past somebody, catching them and actually getting back by them was pretty tough. It seemed like Clean Air was pretty good. So where'd you start tonight, and where'd you finish in the stage, getting stage points?
I think I was 6th. I was at stage points, and I think I started about mid-pack. Maybe I didn't really qualify that well. Kind of messed up on my first laps, touched the ball, and it didn't count the lap. So I kind of had to bite the bullet on the second one. And I was just steadily working and, following certain people, watching their lines, and just finding a rhythm throughout the night, and, just trying to keep it as clean as I could.
Well, Rob, it's not about where you start, it's about where you finish, and another podium here in the SCAR Series. They're absolutely very hard to come by. This is a great series that we put on Tuesday nights. I'm glad to see you showing up. Good hard race tonight, good battles. Is there anybody you need to thank helps you get this done every week?
Yeah, I'd like to thank A&G Compressor Parts, Jacked Up Motorsports, Cody Williams Designs, of course HBR TV, and for putting up with our shenanigans every Tuesday, and then of course SCAR. I mean, Cody and the rest of the admins, they run a really tight league, and it's been real fun to race in this league. And then also I'd like to thank my wife for letting me come out here every night and racing with you guys.
Well, we look forward to having you back next week at Worldwide Technology Park. I believe that's where we'll go. I have to get on there and turn some laps, but it was good racing with you tonight. Good hard showing, good clean race, and look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, we'll do it, Brian. I'll see you next week.
There you have it. There's your top 3. Great race tonight all the way around. I know from my perspective, didn't qualify really well, but did get to start up front. Tried to save some tires there. It was really, really tough. I know Neil said he was shifting, and that might have been, the determining factor. Was anybody else shifting? Unfortunate that Medford got taken out. Who knows what could have been, but definitely congratulations to Neil in the top 3 tonight. Thanks to Black Acid Custom Apparel. If you've not looked at them on Facebook, go over to Facebook, check out their website. No minimum orders. They have some great custom designs. Everything's custom, hand drawn. No minimum orders. Can't go wrong. Got to thank my sponsors, Track Bar Media, Castle Packs Powered Products, Eric Dodson State Farm, everybody who helps me get this done. unfortunate that Steve had his errors and things go on, technical difficulties, but we'll come up. That's what a team does. And look forward. Make sure you guys set that alarm. Go like and subscribe, share HBR TV. He's got a lot of stuff coming up you're not going to want to miss. So that's it for me. And thank you to Steve tonight for putting this on, Cody for Scar and Black Acid Apparel, Neil Quick, everybody else. Good racing tonight, guys. And make sure you tune in next week.
That was Brian Rose, driver of the Track Bar Media number 89 F-150. Brian coming through in the clutch, helping us with the interview process. Unfortunately, nobody in Discord can hear me, but luckily you guys can hear me over in the stream side of things. So we had to punt. I had to make a quick phone call, try to get Brian on the horn, and it worked out. It was a little clunky, but we got it done. So, Brian, thank you so much for helping us out there and get this thing wrapped up. Again, as he said, a couple of points made. The LSR Truck Series kicking off August 25th. I believe that'll be a 9 p.m. green flag Eastern time on HBR TV. Other races we've got covered with the LSR Series. Lone Star Racing on Monday nights, we've got their Sports Car Series. It is a class style series. They've got the LMP2s and GT3s. I think we run Indianapolis Road Course next Monday night, so that'll be a fun one to watch. Of course, every Tuesday we've got Superior Class Auto Racing with a couple of breaks here and there. But next week we are at Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. That's a mouthful. So tune in for that. That's kind of the home track for Neil Quick. We'll see if he can get another win there next week, but it's going to be tough sledding for the driver of the two. Wednesday nights, we've got the Old Fart Sim Racing. Yes, you heard right. It is just what they say. They've been on iRacing for quite some time. We call it the Old Fart Sim Racing League. That's what it is. It's Concrete Floors Next Gen Series. It's a relatively new league for us at HBR TV, and with myself being at Watkins Glen tomorrow and throughout the weekend, we've actually subbed this one out to Pit Stop TV. Andrew Cardali IV doing us a solid and covering in our, well, absence, I guess you could say. Always puts on a great show. Looking forward to it. So tune into that. That's tomorrow, Wednesday evening, I believe an 8:30 p.m. Eastern time start. Thursdays we talked about. Saturday we will be off. Typically we cover the Numb Thumbs ARCA series, but we will rejoin at Talladega a week from Saturday for the Numb Thumbs ARCA series. Next week a full slate of racing Monday through Thursday, and then we come back Saturday. So tune in for it. If you haven't already done so, like, follow, share, subscribe. Facebook.com/HBRTV, the number 1. Same thing on YouTube. We do multi-stream to both platforms. Had some issues tonight. Nothing serious. I think it's kind of my fault, but we'll get it figured out. Turn the notifications on. That way you know when we go live. We'll go through the running order here, of course. The race results. Neil Quick was your winner. Drew Blaze was second. Rob Hattenbach was third. Austin Purnell was fourth. Zach Millett fifth. How he got up there, fifth. Cody Harger again started from the pit lane. He finished P6. Thomas McMullen was seventh. Brandon Mefford, after a crash with Eddie Rose, still battles back to finish P8. Mike Fahey was in the 9th place finisher, with Brian Rose getting that top 10. Keaton Burnett was 11th. Tom Ridgway 12th. Chris Goins 13th. Bill Petroff, first race in the series, he was 14th. Carson Conway 15th. Jamie Kerr finished in the 16th position. 17th position went to Cook Quick. Eddie Rose was 18th. Vincent Short had backed out early to a family-related issue. He finished 19th. And Mark Truxell, involved in that crash with Carson Conway, he finished 20th place, 38 laps down. That does it for us here with HBR TV from Nashville Super Speedway. Congratulations to Neil Quick. For Brian Rose, I'm Steve Singer. Thanks for watching. Guys, have a good night.